and welcome to another Feedback Friday. Actually, the thumbnail today does not have anything to do with Feedback Friday. It's something a bit specific and unique. Isn't that right, Sean?
Oh, yeah, Afsana. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, well, welcome to UK Bright Education. Now, please, if you could kindly, I'm sure there's a lot of people who know you, but if you could kindly let us know just a little introduction about yourself, that would be great.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. So my name is Oluseun. Here in the UK, they call me Sean. My surname is Ajayi. I'm from one of the remotest villages in Nigeria, southwest Nigeria, Ekiti State. I'm an academic with the Oxford Brookes University. Specifically, I'm a senior lecturer, and I teach property investment and finance. We teach you how you can manage risk and how you can make money in property. I'm a Ghana jollof rice lover.
Yay.
I'm a scholarship enthusiast. I love to help people attain their dreams. So, basically, that's me.
Brilliant. So I'm just encouraging, ladies and gentlemen, students, we are talking to students today. So basically, if you have a question, Sean and myself, we are here live for you. We are giving up our Friday evening for you. Why? Because it's all due to, thanks to Sean's LinkedIn post. Basically, he is with your permission, I will say he is the scholarships king. That's his cup of tea. Okay. Now, in his heart and soul, he has got Germany all over. What's the connection with you and Germany?
Germany was a birthing place. Quite a lot of things were birthed in Germany. My critical thinking skills, my ability to network, my ability to collaborate with top of the notch academics was birthed in Germany. I love that country so much because it was that country that exposed me to global opportunities.
Fantastic. Very loyal person. Right, a big shout out. I'm going to give a big shout out to some of our students. I don't know what you're saying there, but it says Xavier Kubure waiting. We were waiting for you. Welcome. On LinkedIn, we have Aaron Masuba. Welcome to our live. And we've got Xavier is actually from Ghana. So hashtag Ghana, yay!
Excellent.
Yes, majority of my students are from West Africa, so welcome. Right, So what's this got to do with you and me? So like I said earlier, we actually had Sean, he actually posted a post on scholarships. You were talking about a different nationality for Dundee University. Then I just said my 2 pennies worth, guys. I said was, by the way, there's a Vice Chancellor scholarship for Africans, which is £5,000 off. Since then, we've been, we've both actually been quite busy with regards to UK university admissions. So just to start the ball rolling, one of the questions which start to come a lot frequently in my inbox is this one. Right. So, Sean, is it okay if I can start with UK education?
Oh, yeah, please go ahead.
Yep. Okay. So, many students in my inbox are on LinkedIn and messages. They're saying, how do I start the process? The question is this: when do you want to come? That's the first question I'll ask you. So number one, the next intake which UK Bright Education can help you with is if it's for pre-masters leading to masters, or it's a pre-top-up course, it's June, July. Otherwise, masters would be in September. The way the process works is initially we actually get your documents. A big shout out to Edeg. How do you pronounce it? Is it Edeg Bite?
Yeah, that's my brother.
I know I can turn it. I can turn it. Yay! Welcome. Right. So So basically, what it is we actually I need to collect all your documents. So that's international passport, your certificates and transcripts, very important. WIAC or NECO, if you've done that, so that you can be exempt from IELTS from certain universities. Also, an academic reference, work reference, completed application form, and SOP. I'll help you with. So that's how you start the process. You firstly give your documents to me, and then I will check it on your behalf to see if you're offer ready, and then I'll book you for a consultation call. Right, full stop. Right, Germany. How do you guys do it in Germany?
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I don't want to bore people here. It's just your O-level results. And one thing I wanted to add would be the English proficiency. I see quite a lot of students from Pakistan, from India, Nigeria, Ghana, not knowing that the English proficiency certificate suffices in the place of the IELTS. I mean, UK universities are more lenient. In Germany, you can also submit. I submitted my English proficiency certificate, and that sufficed as I mean, for IELTS. So it's pretty much the same process. And I loved what you said at the onset, saying it depends on when you want to start. So that's a big question. I mean, whenever you want to start, just start.
Yeah. A big shout out now. You'll have to help me here, Sean. Is it Ogene Fejiro? Yes. I did it in one go. Let's say that right. Ogene Fejiro Golaga. Oh, yeah. I'm doing this right. Okay. Hello. Right. So yes, one thing which I did actually forgot to say. I don't know if this applies to Germany. As authorized partner for several universities, I will, with respect, I will actually ask you to actually request to see your financial means. Okay, I'm not being silly and saying, can I be nosy and see what's in your bank? I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I'm doing the job which the university admissions team are doing, which is I want to see whether you're financially able and capable to actually study in the UK. We'll talk about that sensitive topic in a minute. But all I need to do, don't be stressed, guys. I don't want you to go to the bank and request for a bank statement. Even, on your phone, you actually get your text to show your balance. That is sufficient as long as it's got your name on it. Okay. So I might be asking, because if you can't make it for this intake, you can work out for the next. How's that for Germany, Sean?
It's pretty much the same. You're talking about so in the case of Germany, this is what we call the blocked account. Okay. So students or applicants are required to put in some amount of money. 11,000. It varies. I mean, it's between 8,000 euros and 11,000 euros, and that money belongs to the student who, when he or she eventually gets enrolled into the program, that money comes to you. I mean, the money comes to you every month. It's paid to you every month. There's a certain amount that comes to you in the form of stipends. Again, also, okay, maybe I'm going to talk about that subsequently. But then, that's it basically. Your financial status is also very important, particularly when you're on your way to Germany. All right. Okay. So the Germans look out for that. I mean, that's very important.
It seems to be a common theme, isn't it? A very common theme. Oh, yeah. Right. So this is a question which I've been getting very recently from LinkedIn followers. I currently have a HND, not a BSc. What are the options available? Guess what, Sean? Yeah. Music to my ears. This is my specialty. I would like to help the HND students. Okay, so here we go. Right, screenshot, share this, whatever you have to do. Here we go. You have two options, my friends. So basically, if you've completed a HND, either if you've completed within the last 7 years, I know of 4 universities where you can actually do a pre-master's leading to a master's. What that means, if you want to change your career, forget bachelors. You don't want to spend more money. You want to go straight to masters. You can do pre-masters leading to a master's. Okay. And guess what? If you're married, now is the time to come. You can bring dependents if you're doing pre-masters leading to a master's. Okay. So the 4 universities is Bangor, Bradford, De Montfort University, and Dundee. Now, Oluseun, you could be asking me, what about those who've done it longer than 7 years ago? Okay. Life comes in the way. You get married, you have children, you get a job. Okay, or in whichever order. So basically what it is, there's one particular university, my friends, that I'm very proud to say, they will accept unrestricted study gaps. Unrestricted study gaps. Because I know, once your HND is finished, life starts. You start to work. And in the UK, we appreciate that. As long as you can explain yourself in a statement of purpose, what you've been doing with your life, not a problem. So we can help you. Now, if you want to do that, that's great. The other option is direct masters. I have got links with 4 universities where you can actually do direct masters from a HND. The reason why you do a pre-master is basically if you want to change your career. Right. I just want to ask you, Sean, have you ever wanted to do something else rather than property?
It's always been property, man. It's always been
Always.
property.
Oh,
Oh no,
man.
wait. I think I'm gonna take. I think I'd always wanted to do medicine back in the days. I wanted to do medicine as far back as 2000, 1999, 2000. I
Okay.
wanted to do medicine, but I kept failing. We write an exam back
Yeah.
in Nigeria. It's called JAMB. So I kept failing, and I wasn't so much of a good science student. So I
Okay. I wasn't
moved.
expecting him to declare this, but okay, this is very from the heart. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, right. So the
I
real man
feel.
is showing up. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you want to do medicine, and then you moved on to something different, which
Yeah,
is
I
what
did.
your father's background is the same, right?
Yeah, real estate. So I moved. I
Real
moved
estate.
to social sciences, and I just felt, look, let me just go ahead. I loved what he was doing, and he also inspired me. So I just,
Oh,
start
you
to
stuck
move
with
on,
it.
and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Real estate. Come on, I mean.
I can tell, guys, we can tell, right? We can tell. We can tell. No, no, no. So basically, Oluseun, he's basically very happy with what he's doing. And that's the whole theme of this live.
Yeah.
We are here to facilitate what's something that you would like to do. Don't be forced by circumstances that you might have to do a different subject. You don't need to do that. So, for example, let's say we've got, I don't know, I'm going to pronounce the name correctly. We have Ogene Fejiro. She
Yeah.
has got a HND right now. Maybe she's an engineer student and now she wants to go into IT pre-masters. Or
Mm.
maybe she's a chemistry graduate. She wants to go into social work pre-masters. Or maybe from business graduate, you want to go into nursing pre-masters. So if you want to change your career, now is your legitimate chance with a PhD. Oh,
Oh.
we've got something from her. Petroleum engineering. Yes, my goodness. I'd love to help you, either petroleum engineering or engineering management. If that's something you'd like to do, or specifically petroleum, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. Right. So, do you have any queries about HND and how is it for Germany?
So unlike the UK,
Yeah.
Germany is quite stringent when it comes to the criteria to enrolling for a master's. It's basically an undergraduate study, a BSc. So
Okay.
I think HND, it will be good news for HND holders to go to the UK rather than to Germany. I mean, if you
Ah,
wanna if you wanna
yay.
go to Germany, if you wanna
Yeah.
go to Germany, then you'd have to, as an HND holder, then you have to go for a first degree before.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
Most
So,
of the universities.
UK won, Germany nil, right? We've got to try to balance that. We've got to try to
Come
balance it. We've
on.
got to think of positives. Right. Okay. So the next one is basically, I would like to know about offer letters. Okay. Right. So basically, my friends, like I said right at the beginning, when you actually submit all your documents, as an authorized partner, my job is to make sure you're offer ready, meaning I need to make sure your application is complete so that they are bound to give an offer. In the UK, we have two offers, either conditional or unconditional. Conditional means, as the name suggests, it means that, thank you very much. I'm going to pick on a student again. We have Aaron. Oh, hello, Aaron. We have Aaron from BSc to PhD, EE. Oh, you want to do triple E? Oh, you want to go direct to PhD? Okay. Oh gosh. I'll be able to help you with that in a minute. Hold on a second. So basically, like I said, offer letters, you've got conditional and unconditional offer. Conditional means there are some conditions. We will be in touch. We'll make sure you get those things. Sorry, it's my husband in the background. That's it. He forgot I'm on a live because I do quite a few, alhamdulillah. If it's unconditional offer, what that means that they love you, they've met all the conditions, you are ready to go on to the next stage. Right. In Germany, do we have that?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Once you have satisfied all the requirements or eligibility criteria, your offer letter comes either as conditional, just like you explained.
Yeah.
I think for the UK, that the duration usually Should I be careful not to talk about that, or should I talk about that?
What's that? What's that?
The duration,
Of
in which the offer letter is issued to students from
oh,
the UK.
no, you must. This week, the truth will be told. Go for it. Go for it, my friend.
I think majorly, are we going to say within 6 weeks? Is it up to that? I think in the
Okay.
UK,
Okay.
the
So
UK is quite
basically,
lenient.
okay, so what I'm going to say is this. It depends what I'm glad you said that. Oh my goodness, we have Okolo, thank you, and Carb. We have a lot of students. Just hang in there. We will get to you very soon. And thank you for coming. Right. So
Yeah,
basically, it depends what you're applying for. And yes, you're right. Different universities have different process times. I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, they're not the same. They're not the same. Let's say if you want to go for pre-masters, I'm going to keep harping on about that. Pre-masters and bachelor courses, pre-bachelor courses, a day. They will issue an offer letter within a day. If, for example, you've got immigration history, if you've had a rejection, they'll probably might take a couple of days, a visa rejection, let's say, then they'll take a couple of days because of visa compliance. But if it's pre-masters and pre-bachelors, it takes a day, seriously. But everybody else, it varies. And Sean, this is what I do. Students, they have no time. They say, Ma, I have no time. I want to come now, now, now. So
yeah, tomorrow.
basically, what I do, because time is valuable for everybody, and the
Point.
naira is getting weaker,
Yeah.
there's no currency in the banks, so people are worried. So what
Yeah.
it is that I will actually go through every single university that I have a connection with, and I'll
Yeah.
ask them their latest process time, and then I'll pass that on to the student, and then they decide. Do I look at the initial deposit? Do I look at the process times? Do I look at the degree? There's so many factors involved. So yes, some students take up to 6 weeks, some take 2, some take a day. It
Yeah.
varies.
Good.
It
Yeah.
varies.
True. It's the
Okay.
same thing in Germany.
Okay.
Absolutely the same thing in Germany.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But like what I can say is, for Germany,
Yeah.
because some of major, not even some of major programs, they come with scholarships. Some are also tuition free. So you see the ratio of competition higher than that in the UK. And the duration where a decision is taken takes a longer while than that in the UK. Sometimes in the UK, I mean Germany, it takes about between 8 weeks and 10 weeks.
Wow,
And now,
really?
yeah, yeah. Well, I've had people who've had their offer letters issued to them within 4 weeks. So that also
Okay.
varies across universities. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that, and ever since the advent of the Russian Ukraine war, I mean,
Yeah.
it's gone. Much preference has been. I mean, it's been focused on Ukrainians, guys from applicants from Eastern Europe, to accommodate them. So I mean
First.
that's the new thing now. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's the difference between Germany.
Okay, that's not the case for UK, but Ukrainian refugees who are do coming, they do have preferential treatment. But at the moment, we're not having that situation in the UK. Right, Saviour, you said, please. My question is started application for. Oh, this is for you, Sean. This is for you.
Okay, please, my question is, I started an application for MSc Conservation Ecology at Oxford Brookes about a week ago, but the scholarship available. But the scholarships available can. When you
Okay.
say but, that's not clear.
Okay.
But the scholarships available can cater for my tuition fees.
Okay. I think
Or
he's asking, is there any available for international students from Oxford Brookes? Are you aware of
um,
it?
So, I'm not with the conservation ecology department. So you may have to. There's usually an email address that you can make inquiry from, and I can follow up with you for you rather. You can send a DM to me, and I'll just respond. You can copy me in the email, and so I can follow up for you. That's not a
Oh, thank
problem.
you.
But then,
See,
sorry, Afsana, but then there are quite a lot of scholarships at my university, and the sad news is that these scholarships are not out there. I'm thinking of even trying to curate quite a lot of them and
Okay.
share them this weekend. I'm going to do that.
Okay. Keep an eye out on your LinkedIn, guys.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
there you go. Yeah. Okay, so Aaron is asking from BSc to PhD. Now, in the UK, you need to, if you want to go direct, there are certain universities. I'm not a specialist in PhD. I'm just saying from my experience as a PhD student, you can, depending on the university, and it depends on your classification. They may want first class, they may want 2-1. There's a particular website I would ask you to go to is jobs.ac.uk. Have a look at that one. I've just sent it in the chat with regards to PhD scholarships. Okay. Oh, my voice. Right. So have a look. Sean, do you have anything to say about this BSc to PhD in the UK? Direct.
Okay, I mean it's very possible. I've had this sort of question before, and what I said, I think I was having a boot camp recently, and someone
Okay.
did ask me the question. Um, it's I would rather advise you, Aaron, to go for a master's. It is very possible to transit from a BSc to PhD. That's very possible, but you need to have been quite exceptional, in your BSc, particularly in your research component. You must have been seen to demonstrate research skills, very strong research skills. But then a PhD is like having a girlfriend, and it, it comes with experience. It comes with it comes with commitments. It's not for intelligent people. It's for resilient people. It's for emotionally stable people. And now, why am I saying this? It's because before the PhD, it's important that you have built capacity to handle the rigor that comes with the PhD. And that period is the master's period. Obviously, at the master's period, you are not really inventing anything novel, but in the PhD, you're now at that stage where you need to invent. You're not. It's nothing about reinvention of the wheel, but you must have built capacity. So those who have gone through the masters, the BSc, well, to a large extent, that with their well trained. In fact, those that have gone for masters, they cry when they start their PhDs. I mean, I've spoken to quite a lot of students doing PhDs now or trying to enroll for a PhD, and they don't know what to do. How much more a BSc student? So it's a different ball game. My strong advice and counsel for you is to go for a master's, but transitioning from the BSc to a PhD is very possible.
Okay.
All right.
I definitely will concur with Sean. Basically, Aaron, I'm sure you would appreciate that the academic skills, the learning methods, and the research methods, whether it from your country, from your home country, I'm sure will be slightly different to that to the UK. The
Oh, yeah.
master is actually a preparation program. There will be research methods in one of your modules. There will be a
Oh, yeah.
dissertation to give you a practice run for your actual PhD thesis. It's only a fraction of the number of words, but it gives you that practice, gives you that critical thinking skills at a master's level, so that then that'll be a good stepping stone to a PhD, because the levels, as you know, academically, it becomes more and more difficult. So I would highly recommend Triple E as a master's. Again, dear me direct, I'm more than happy to help you with a master's in Triple E. Just DM me direct, not a problem. Right, we have Joshua. Thank you, welcome. HND in software engineering. We need to see you. Okay, if you've done it within the last 7 years, I know 4 universities that can help you with a pre-masters or direct masters, not a problem. We have Paul. Okay, this is I don't deal with scholarships, so this is Sean. Yeah, Paul. Go for it.
Okay, you want me to go for it? All right. For
this is not my area.
So absolutely, can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Brilliant. So Paul and every other person that's got this sort of question in their mind, I'm saying to you, look, there's so many scholarships around the world, and I've shared nothing less than about 1,000 scholarships in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. No doubt. You can, I mean, the facts are there, you can go and check and verify. But the most critical aspect to winning scholarships, It's not about are there scholarships. There are scholarships, but it's about you sitting down, writing a very strong and compelling
Okay.
essay. Well, we're going to be handling that in the next, I think, 2 weeks. Dr.
Okay.
Bolanle Adewusi from Canada will be handling that. We will be doing some sort of live reviews of what, like a live track change essay reviews and all of that. We'll be doing that live. So please look out for such posters. So basically, I don't know if I have time to just speak a little bit
Yeah,
about
sure.
how to write a very convincing essay. So basically, if you curate and put together different essays, you find that there's uniqueness. There's everybody has got their style, but what is important is that you must be able to find your own distinctive style of writing. And what you're doing simply is just to wire together your past, your present, and future aspirations, ensuring it aligns with the criteria, the eligibility criteria from the university. Also, you don't make, as much as possible, you steer clear from making very ambiguous statements. Make sure that you employ or entrench the values of specificity in your write-ups. I've said this times that number. I've reviewed nothing less than, in the last 2 years, I've reviewed nothing less than 200 essays, and I've seen this common mistake made by students. You also, as much as possible, don't be too pitiful, but as much as possible, you're trying to let the judges understand that this scholarship will assist you towards attaining your dreams. So you need to state what your dreams are. You need to state your current skills, what you do currently. You need to state what you have done, what you have achieved. Only across your skills, only across your professional affiliation and your academic background, just within those three. No more. You don't have to talk about the fact that your grandfather maybe was battling with his brothers over a land, and because of that, they stopped the wealth at that. All those are very boring to judges nowadays. So just straight to the point, specificity, be unique in your write-up. I've shared a document that is very relevant to writing very strong scholarship essays. Please find it on my LinkedIn profile. I would also be hands on deck in 2 weeks. I think it's on the 27th. I would confirm with Dr. Bolanle, but it's around that period, the last week in January. We will be sitting down and dealing with scholarship essays, and I'm sure that the insights will be very beneficial for you guys.
Definitely. If you could share the details with me, Sean, and then I'll write it in the caption.
Okay.
So after they've watched, they can go straight onto that. Okay. Right. Welcome,
All
Ka bin Tayyab. You want a PhD in metallurgy and materials engineering. Just rewind back
Okay.
to what Sean's been saying and do have a look in the chat box. There is a website called jobs.ac.uk where there will be scholarships. This is just for UK because it's a UK domain. Right. We've got someone who you might be able to relate to. Sorry, we've just taken up the whole screen. Okolo said that he's actually failed to get the DAD, EPOS, and the LFA. He's actually tried the DA.
Oh, GAD,
Okay.
EPOS, yes,
Yeah.
LFA, yeah. I need a scholarship, business, economics, and finance, and with a touch of tech backgrounds. Okay, so here's what I have to say. Afsana, do I have the floor?
Yes, please. Can I
All right,
take it?
excellent. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Oh,
so
let me
here
put it
is
up.
it.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you can put it down. I
Oh,
think
okay.
it's
You get the message. I can hear you. It's good. I can hear you. Oh no. Right. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
So, for the DAD, I published an ebook recently. I put it up on Amazon. I wanted to sell it, but I felt, look, what's the point of selling to people who are needful? So I felt that didn't make any sense. So I made it free and posted it on LinkedIn. You can check that. I had a recent boot camp where I demystified insight within the book I wrote. So I titled it Letter of Motivation. That's one of the strongest, most crucial documents to submit when you're applying for some DAD scholarships. So in Germany, I've said this times that number, securing admissions, talk less of securing scholarships in Germany, is very, 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 very competitive, and you need a touch of gold to put your your to make your letter of motivation very strong. But what is important is this. Another thing that's important is this. If it's a PhD, if you're going for a PhD, I've said this. Uh, Try as much as possible to filter your applications, particularly your PhD proposal, through the dynamics that we have now, the paradigm shifts that the World Bank is talking about, the United Nations are talking about. Recently, 196 nations met in Egypt. And what were they talking about? They weren't talking about military equipment, they weren't talking about money, they were talking about ESG, environmental, social, and governance
Yeah.
responsibility. That's what the world is talking about now. Try as much as possible to filter your project, your proposals through ESG factors, ESG responsibility. Try to talk to, filter
Oh no. I'm busy typing away, answering your questions. Right. I can see. I
All
can
right,
see
can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So filter it through ESG, filter it through artificial intelligence, filter it through. I mean, that's what we call that's what there's something making it. So trendy now. Chat GPT. Let's see what's happening. So many sectors are not left out of COVID-19. Filter your proposals through all these themes. These are areas, themes, subjects, concepts that the whole world is talking about now. German professors want to know how ChatGPT influences real estate transactions. They want to see what's going on with artificial intelligence. How does it boost healthcare? So many things. So I mean, ESG, they want to understand what's going on with the performance of companies or organizations. They're trying to understand how compliant they are in terms of environmental responsibility, social responsibility, governance responsibility, corporate social responsibility, governance. These are things that attract funding. And I've said this. I'm going to end with this from my own end. That one of the most untapped sources of funding are conferences, conferences. I've said this at several fora that I've been invited to speak. I've won 18 scholarships and grants and awards in the last 5 years, and I can tell you categorically that out of the 18, 14 were won, was secured from conferences that I attended. All I
Wow.
did was just to walk up to professors during the cocktail, and I shared I wore good suits, navy blue. I had my nice punk on. I polished my English. I was ready. I had a fantastic proposal, and I held my glass of champagne, and I just walked up to the professor. Hey, Prof. Kawen Ashute, how are you? I read about your work. He had recently published some work in 2018. I mean, this conference was in 2019. So I told him, look, I saw some of your works or projects on Google Scholar, and I was so interested. I mean, I got overwhelmed, and it was quite interesting how you were able to adopt some methodology in solving this problem, and I'd like to know more. And I feel very strongly, I'm very
Keep talking. We can hear you. We can't hear you.
phone. I keep
Yeah.
having. I'm on my phone. I keep having this distraction. So
Okay.
and I'm saying to the professor, look, I'm very confident that a place under a direct supervision, your direct supervision, will help me, will help to shape my career in the right direction. And what should take me 6 months, towards applications, competing for scholarships, it took me just 15 minutes to secure funding. I've never paid for flight tickets on my own. I've
It's all
always
been paid
secured
for.
conference flights. It's always paid for, always paid for.
Right.
So this is how these things work. I was speaking to a young lady who recently started a PhD, and I said to her, push up, you know, let's see some evolution in your proposal, PhD proposal, or your master's proposal, and present it at a conference, during a cocktail, to a professor, and that's you're going to get funding. Certainly, I've seen
Right.
people who have secured funding through this very unconventional approach. Okay, so
Right.
that's one
Um,
way that you can attract funding.
I just want to say we are not promoting you to drink. We're just saying the message that he is proposing you to network. Okay, drinking is by the side. I'm joking. We're not promoting that. But what he's saying is an unconventional way is where,
Yeah.
whether you're a master's student, whether you're a bachelor student, or you're about to think about PhD, if there is, you might be thinking, hold on, how do I go to a conference? But if there's any way you can, what Sean is saying, try to network with a capital N. That's what he did.
Oh
He
yeah.
went up to them and he talked to them, and he was being very using his manners. And he went up to them and he talked to them, showed them the respect, and then you have a bit of conversation, and that's how you form networking skills. And then they might say, "Oh, by the way, you're such a nice chap. I think I know someone who might be able to help you." And that's how it worked. That's how it worked for you, right, Sean?
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
say hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, networking is a very good thing, and LinkedIn, as you can see, is very important. I mean, Ogana Fejiro, you said talked about getting us funding in the UK. Sean's been talking about it, so we're not going to repeat it. So just go back and see if that's helpful. If not, then just contact Sean direct by LinkedIn. Not a problem. We've got another person.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfortunate story actually from Carb. Queen Mary is a very good university. If it's not for your
Okay.
nationality, you need to do research,
Sorry.
research, research, research. Isn't that right, Sean?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So research.
I got contacted by a professor in Queen Mary University for London for
Yeah.
PhD, but they were offering scholarship to British national, not Latin American or Chinese national. Can I get funded PhD? So I mean, this is what I just talked
Same as
about.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
Okay.
alternatively, look, I've had this to say. Um, Look, some of us and some of my colleagues never got funding at some point. Some didn't get funding at their master's level, but they got funding at the PhD. Some got funded at master's level, but never got funded at the PhD. And they got funded for a postdoctoral, fellowship. So, look, life never gives us easy options. I've said this several times. You should never stop driving towards your destination. You should never get distracted. You must always open up your options, try to see how you can, as much as possible, get to that destination. You can, as a PhD student, even when you come to the UK self-funded, you can get jobs, as a teaching assistant. You can put up your CV on CV Library, and you're gonna get jobs, and it will sustain you. I'm saying this to you. Even students that are on scholarships, they are also, going to look for other jobs, extra jobs to do, to be able to pay bills. So please don't get distracted. If you don't get funding now, it doesn't stop you from still proceeding towards enrolling. I mean, and it's a story that will serve as an inspiration to other people. Yeah, I didn't get funding, but yeah, I proceeded with my PhD. I survived. Today I have got a PhD, and it could be that you now get a mouth-watering funding opportunity for a postdoc. All right, and it could be that during your PhD, you will get a fantastic lecturing or academic opportunity in the UK or in any part of the world. So never stop, keep going.
Brilliant. Talking of work, I don't know the answer to this. I'm not a specialist with regards to PhD students, but do you have any idea, Sean, about how many hours international students doing a PhD, how many hours they're allowed to work term time?
During the holidays.
Okay.
Yeah, it will depend on the university. So many of my international students at Oxford Brookes University have actually reached out to me to
Yeah.
intervene. And I've said to them that they've given me reasons why they should be allowed more than 20 hours. And I've said, look, do not go beyond what is
Limit.
stipulated on your
Yeah.
visa.
The visa, yeah.
Please, as much as possible, maintain academic integrity, maintain immigration integrity. You don't want a dent on your status. So it's important to find out and establish what the university stipulates, what the immigration clause for you stipulates. Please don't go beyond it. As much as possible, you don't want to have reasons where you have to be motivating. Oh no, I didn't know. Sorry, I did this, and you don't want a dent on your image at all. So, yeah, I think that answers that.
Okay, we've got another question. I can relate this to the UK, not for Germany, but it says here, what can be done for delays in visa appointments at German embassies, especially for master's admissions? Can I just say, FYI, with regards to UK university admissions, I actually tell my students, because I help for UK university admissions and for student visas for the UK, I recommend and urge all my students to go for super priority service. Just go for super priority service. You need to pay a bit more, but I would always tell my students to go for super priority service. Do you have that kind of facility in Germany? Are you aware
It's
of
the
that?
same thing. Yeah,
Same thing.
it's the
Okay.
same thing. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it would be
Yeah.
the same.
Even
Oh no, Germany,
even
I'm not.
yeah, even when I was coming to the UK, I mean, for a tier 2 visa, I paid
Yeah,
for a priority visa. I paid for a super priority
there
visa.
you go.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean
It's
that
best
pushes
to.
you to the front of the queue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, Lydia, for that question. How do you say it? Chijioke Atama, you said that will there be a link to the recording? Yes, it will be on the UK Bright Education channel, and it will be uploaded onto Instagram, ukbrighteducation.com, and Sean, he'll share it with his platforms, I'm sure. So not a problem. You can still watch it. It'll stay here. Don't worry. Right. I think we've done all our questions from the students, so we did really well. Do you have any final words to say? Any pearls of wisdom?
Okay. It's just to say that look, it's never easy. It's never easy. But resilience, resilience is a currency. The success stories that you find today, they failed severally. They failed severally. They had reasons to give up. Michael Jordan, many success stories today. They had many reasons to fail. And I say this also, there are so many psychological Rottweilers. I think that's the wildest breed of dogs, Rottweilers. So there are psychological Rottweilers. There will be crazy criteria, eligibility criteria issues. There will be so many things stopping you. There will be first class requirements that will dampen you, but that shouldn't stop you from applying. Please go ahead and apply. Um, work with mentors. Make sure you stick with the right mentor. Ask a lot of questions, please. Ask a lot of questions. Don't just go ahead to do stuff yourself. There's been people who have been there, done that, and they understand what it means to walk in this very dark maze that we find ourselves. What took your mentor 6 years should literally take you maybe 6 days or even 6 months. And that has been my story with my mentors. So yeah, once again, my name is Oluseun Ajayi. You can always reach out to me.
On
Just
LinkedIn?
you can write on LinkedIn. Ask your friends to follow me. Would always always respond. It's just that the last couple of days, a lot of people have been writing me. My DM is full, but I mean, I'm saying I'm very sorry. I have not been able to respond to quite a lot of DMs, but I will start to respond soon. I've been trying to prepare for the
Yeah.
semester.
Basically, Sean is saying he has a full-time job, guys. So you got to wait. Practice patience, okay? Whereas me, this is my job, full-time job. This is my livelihood. Right. I just want to say a few things very quickly. Thank you, Sean. That's,
You're welcome.
words of wisdom. Main thing is patience, perseverance, and perspiration. That's my 3 Ps.
Yeah.
That's my 2 pennies worth. Right. Very quickly from Bright, English proficiency. Like I said, UK Bright Education, the majority of my student clients are from West Africa. I know IELTS is a pain point. I understand that. Your English is fine. So I work with universities where WIEC or NEC or C6 or above in English language is accepted. If that sounds like something for you, DM me direct. I'm more than happy to help you with an admission. There's only a few degrees where you do need IELTS, no matter which nationality you are, and that includes social work and nursing and the obvious medicine and dentistry, in case you need to know. Monday, you said is there an age limit with regards to applications in the UK? And I'm sure in Germany, Sean will concur, we are not ageists. Universities will welcome applications no matter what your age. I'm just going to say, big name shot, Greenwich University will accept unrestricted study gaps as long as in your SOP you show your intention and your motivation. Not a problem. We are not ageists. Right, okay. Not we, the admissions, not me. Okay. Is it an age limit? No, there isn't. Apart from medicine, medicine is the only one where the maximum age you can apply for medicine is the age of 35 years old for obvious reasons. But apart from that, you can apply elsewhere. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. That was fun. It was supposed to be 20 minutes long, but it's 46. But, we really appreciate your expertise and your advice. And I hope we can do this again soon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Right. Definitely. Take care, my friend. I'll talk to you soon. All right, then. Bye-bye.
Right, bye.
Bye. Right, we have one more. We've got one more. Let me just finish these for you. How do I go for visa delays for Italy students visa? So if you want to have a visa in Italy, I'm unfortunately, I can't help you with that because I only deal with UK universities. But what I would suggest is if you are applying for, I know it doesn't apply to you. If you're applying for a UK university admission, as a responsible consultant, I would recommend you go for super priority service. You've got to pay a bit more, but you need to do that because when in the UK, when universities ask for tell you a deadline, they mean it. They mean it, my friends. If you come late, there's a possibility they could actually cancel your visa. Right, we have Raquel. Thank you so much. Do I need to apply for an academic spot before applying for a scholarship? Yes, you do. They need to know who you are first before you apply for a scholarship. This applies for UK universities. Okay. We have Monday. Oh, Sean is back. Oh, Sean, we've got one for you. Oh, thanks for coming back. Right, we've got one. Does this apply for Germany?
Okay, what's the question?
Okay, the question is, do I need to apply for an academic spot before applying for a scholarship in Germany? I've said about UK, but what about Germany?
Yeah, it's the same. Well, I would no, I wouldn't say it's the same. It varies. There are some scholarship options that are advertised, and the admission comes with it. But there are some cases where you have to secure an academic spot first before securing a scholarship. In the first place, what is the scholarship funding if not the academic spot?
That's true. That's true. Okay. Brilliant. Raquel, I hope that helps. If that makes sense, great. If not, you know who to contact. Okay, right. So we have Goodness. Hello, Goodness. Chibweze. I know that name. Right. Talk about Teflma. Okay. So basically, yes. So basically, what it is, UK universities, they do accept TEFL. I work with students if they've got WIEC C6 above in English language in WIEC or NECO. It could be NECO as well, not a problem. But TEFL, yes, universities do accept it. So if there's a particular university you're interested in, just DM me direct. I'm more than happy to accommodate you. Oh my God, this is such a cute name. Mom Studio. Sorry for being late. Yes, you are. Where have you been? Okay. You need to watch from the beginning, my friend. Right, we've got Monday. They're all coming in now. Please, when applying for UK scholarships on master, do I need IELTS or NEC or just my graduate certificate? Okay, right. So basically, UK Bright Education, we work with I work with certain universities where WIEC or NECO is accepted, C6 English language or above, C6 or above. So scholarships, they need to know who you are. They need to know who you are, so you need to apply first. Okay. So that's in the UK. We've got Daniel, probably one of your followers, Sean.
Okay. Good day, Dr. Oluseun.
Oh, network is down. Yeah, it will stay on this platform, so not a problem. And it's on LinkedIn as well. This is actually being broadcast on LinkedIn, Facebook, and on YouTube, all three at the same time. So you'll stay there forever, not a problem. Brilliant. I think we should go. It's Friday. We've got to go. Right. I'll see you guys.
Okay,
Until
so
next
guys,
time, my friends. Oh, sorry. Yes.
sorry, Afsana. So
Yes.
guys, for those who are just joining, so I said earlier at the onset that Dr. Bolanle and I, we will be in 2 weeks. Just kindly note
Oh,
that
yes.
date down. In 2 weeks, I think on the 27th, I need to confirm. We will have a live session, and we will be focusing on scholarships, and that's where you can ask all manner of questions. So please stay tuned. We will be having this sort of session
Banter.
ongoing. Yeah, because it's an ongoing thing. Admissions, it's a cycle, so we'll always have this. And there's some other questions.
Yeah,
I
there is
don't know.
another question. Is Adekenbe? No, Adekanbi, Adewale
Are they coming?
Emmanuel. Yep. So basically, proficiency test, the answer is no. It depends on the university. I'm going to say it depends on the university. The university that I work with, they accept WAEC or NECO C6 or above in English language. If you've got your certificate, keep it safe. That will save you. So then IELTS is exempt. There are other universities, higher ranking universities, they may require IELTS, but the ones which I work with, because majority of my students are West Africa, they don't want to do IELTS. I don't think you want to do either. So just be in touch, and I'll be able to tell you which ones will be acceptable, and I can help you. We have got Archiescapes Atelier Limited. Thank you.
Thank
There you go. We've got Monday Clement Udo. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Thank you. We want questions. We want questions. We want questions. He's come back. Right. Okay. I think that's all of them for now. For now. If you've got more questions, you can write in the comments below, and we're both here, so we'll be able to answer them for you. Not a problem. Right. I think it's time to sign off. Don't you think? He can't hear me. Is it time to sign off? I think it is. We've done all the questions. Here's one from Mum Studio. That's for you.
Afsana, I got a mail from the
school. Please, are there any opportunities for funding? Scholarships, the
Is that
maximum.
not for you?
Okay, so basically with regards to funding, I don't deal with funding, but is there anything you could say about UK, Sean?
Okay, yeah, so what I can say is just I've shared quite a lot of scholarships. Please scan through my profile, you will find, and all you need to do is just to type on LinkedIn, starting scholarship. It will bring out, if you filter in the right buttons, it should bring me out, and then point in the right direction where the scholarship link sits in my profile. But what is important is that you get a strong motivation letter if it's for Germany, or a strong essay, that you will submit. That's what's important. There are many scholarships that fund studies, and I've said this for those who are just joining. Also, you may not necessarily not everybody's going to win a scholarship. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. Not everybody's going to win a scholarship, but then you must still be able to be resilient enough and comprehend enough that, look, I must just keep forging on. So if there are no scholarships in the world, you will not study. No, just go ahead, try to see the other options that are available, for you. I mentioned CV library. As a student, you are entitled to a number of hours that you can work, and it will fund, your stay in the UK. You can also get jobs that will at least, and then you can also, there's something that a lot of students don't know about. You can have a meeting. That's why I always encourage students at my university. I ask them, have a meeting with the credit control unit of the university, the finance unit of the university. Sit them down, tell them, look, I've got this funds spread over in installments. I'm able to pay on this date, and make sure that you pay on those dates. I've seen students at my university that have just been withdrawn. Their studentships have been terminated just, I think, 2 days ago. All right, and they've been given a grace. I've had to intervene in some cases, and because I intervened, they gave them extra 10 days to
Wow.
get the fund to pay. So you don't want to find yourself in such situations. So just plan properly. Even if you don't get a scholarship, plan properly. Come to the UK. I mean, there's a time to borrow. I borrowed during my time, and there's a time to refund. You will also refund, but make sure you have a very good plan, fantastic plan. I mean, securing admissions, I mean, there's no problem with that. Securing scholarships, there's no problem with that. But you can also get a scholarship and not be well organized. All right. So, think about all of these things and before you venture coming abroad to study.
Brilliant. Right, I've already answered the question on the chat Monday. What is the CGPA for master's scholarships? I actually said it for master's admissions, not for scholarships. If you've got less than 2.5 CGPA, you would be eligible to a pre-master's leading to a master's at the universities that I mentioned: Bangor, Bradford, Greenwich, De Montfort University, and Dundee. Okay, less than 2.5. Scholarships is country specific. I could help you up to, let's say, for Nigeria and West Africa, let's say £2,000 knocked off from your pre-master. That's what I can do with regards to pre-masters leading to masters. Masters, it depends on the university. Dundee, they do £5,000 scholarship automatic. Right, I've said very quickly, what's the CGPA for Germany?
Oh, CGPA for Germany. So to be competitive, it's a second class upper.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write that down. Okay.
Yeah, I remember I applied for someone and it was rejected. This lady had a very strong letter of motivation, but because the background was poor, a little bit,
Okay.
not poor, weak. it was rejected. And usually the Germans, they give reasons why your admission has not been approved.
Accepted. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Monday, I hope that helps you. It doesn't matter either way. We're here to help you.
All right.
It doesn't matter which CGPA it says. It says that, please, are masters and recipients allowed to work? My goodness, where have you been all this time? Yes, UK
Oh, yes.
universities are allowed to work 20 hours a week, term time, full time. You can go crazy. Forget double shifts. Do 3 shifts during the holidays. Not a problem. If you are a master's student, you can bring your dependents, and your dependents have the right to work full time. What are you doing? DM me for an admission. Right, that's me. What about Germany? And Germany?
Yeah, of course. You're allowed to work the same hours, same number of hours, either as a librarian assistant or a teaching assistant. I mean, it's quite fascinating in Germany, isn't it? In Germany, also, you can be a research assistant to a lecturer. I think they are more, the HDI, the Human Development Index, there is higher. So they are open to you being an assistant at the library in terms of research and as a tutor, So, I mean, any student who is a master's candidate or a PhD candidate, you're exposed to 20 hours a week to work.
Brilliant. I think we all, I guess I missed the answer to my question. Oge Fenergy, Gio, which question did you ask? I can't remember. Let's have a look. We don't want to leave any leaves unturned, or students unturned in this case. Okay. Right. What did you ask? Let's have a look. Could you type it in quickly for me? Oh, it's about resilience. That's, is it this one, Oge Fenergy?
I have several research publications, work experience, technical blah, 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 blah. Topped up with resilience. Is there a possibility of getting a direct PhD in engineering management? Okay, so what level are you? What's your highest educational qualification? Do you have a master's? So if you've got a master's, if you've got a master's, yeah, and if you've got several research publications in high
Yeah.
impact journals, it's a possibility for you to get a PhD. Actually, it's a possibility. So
Brilliant.
I think we talked about it earlier, and we
Yeah,
said
we
you
have.
needed some experience, and that experience is some emotional stability with some experience. In fact, when I was doing my PhD, I still enrolled for some master's modules,
Oh,
two masters modules, because what I was doing was, and it had an interdisciplinary approach to research. It was real estate and economics. So I was using econometric tools to solve real estate problems. So I
oh,
needed to
nice.
understand this Greek gibberish econometric tools, white noise, time series analysis,
Just
advanced
you just
econometrics.
upscaled. You just
Oh
upskilled
yeah,
yourself. Yeah.
basically, yeah, basically. So yeah, I hope that has been attended
Yep,
to again.
she's a happy
Schedule.
bunny now. Look, there you go. We made one viewer happy. So
Oh,
excellent,
brilliant!
brilliant. Share
I'm
this
excited.
video if you have friends and family who would like to UK university admission or one in Germany. You know what to do. Yep, not a problem. I can help with HNDs. HNDs, my cup of tea. Third class graduates, my cup of tea. Waya Koneko, if you've completed in the last 5 years, my cup of tea. Bring them on, I say. Not just Nigeria, guys. I need
Oh yeah.
everybody. Let's bring everybody to the UK while you can.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
right. I'm going to bid myself goodbye. I've got family members who want to go home, so I'm going to go.
Thank you.
This is my first. So I'm going to keep you there because very rude. Can I let you go? Then I let you come back. That's very rude. I
Yeah,
apologize.
no problem.
Right. So
No
I'm going
problem.
to I'm going to bid you farewell, my friends. This is my
No problem.
first live, I believe, for 2023, my YouTube interview.
Ah, wow.
So, and
Interesting.
I've broken my own record, 1 hour. My goodness, how time flies. Okay, then. I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
You know what to do. All our contact details are in the caption. All you need
Yeah.
to do is DM me direct and also to this lovely chap. Until next time, my friends, we bid you goodbye. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.